Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this very funny and special April Fool's Day. I had to bring in, it was honestly such a great coincidence that this is the day that this guest was coming in because you're such a jokester, prankster, a hell of a funny dude. And I'm so happy to have you here today. Jay Washington in the house.
Oh, yeah. If y'all, in case y'all were wondering, yes, according to the thumbnail picture she had, this is Roxy flirting early. Like, let's
Oh,
do
yeah.
this.
That was so funny. I'm so glad that person pointed it out because it looks like I am trying to get it in with you so hard. Like I'm
And I
making
got
that
this microphone.
face.
And I got this microphone. Like, what you want to do? What
Yeah,
you
what
want
you
to
want?
do?
It's unreal. So shout out to Jacob Patrick for making that thumbnail and making it look like I was hitting on you before you were even my guest on the show. Jay, it's been a minute since we've been on air together. Since it's got to be since Collider
Collider
Live stuff.
Live. Yes, Mrs. Collider Live. Since that's how long it's been. Like, we've seen each other,
Yeah, of course.
So, everybody be like, well, y'all ain't seen it though. We've seen each other, just we haven't been on air together since Collider Live. So,
No,
like,
Jay gave me the pep talk of my life post Collider Live and has
yes, I
talked to me
did.
all about, we after the award show, I needed Jay in my life hardcore to talk to me about future steps and what to be doing. And coronavirus has gotten a little bit in the way of me taking him up on taking him to coffee or lunch and picking his brain. But we will get back to it because I have not needed a conversation like I needed that conversation in a very long time.
I'm gonna tell you something. It's been helpful for me too because it's reminiscent for me as well because it's what I can do to keep going. Like, you know how everybody's like, "Yo, the entertainment world is just shut down. Everything's shut down."
Right.
But when we're doing what we do, on top of other things, casting has not slowed down. Like, I've been doing so many self-tape auditions for TV shows, movies, to host my own show for networks. Like, it's been going. So that mentality like has kept me focused and driven. Although it's times I'll be like, fuck all this. Like, just have a
Yeah.
moment. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I can't believe you're still on that self-tape life right now. I haven't had jack shit come in. Well, I've had some hosting and some editorial stuff come down the pipeline, but nothing, no scripted auditions coming my way right
Man,
now.
I'm blessed to have a dope manager, all my
Yeah.
agents, my acting, my theatrical, commercial, voiceover agent, and my hosting agents. All of them have kept me busy nonstop. I mean, like, it's when things come in, they come in waves, and I'm cool. I'm glad for it. You know what I'm saying? I can't be mad because there's people, like you said, who aren't getting anything. So it's like when I be like, oh, I gotta do all these auditions. I'm like, yeah, let me knock this shit out.
Damn, you're in a
So
wave right now. I got to find my wave. I got to surf the wave.
it's gonna happen for you. Don't worry. You good. I keep telling, like
Thanks, friend.
I told you before, it's gonna come. Don't trip.
Yeah, I'm not tripping. It's just it. How white did I just sound? I'm
I'm
not
not
tripping.
tripping.
Excuse me.
Oh,
I'm not tripping.
I should have said, don't worry.
Don't.
Shouts out to the fire truck that just went past if y'all heard it, because
That's amazing.
they keep going by down the street.
They're doing their job. They got to do their job. I'm not tripping, but I am. I
The
am.
full Darren with the ing.
I am
All
not.
right.
I am not tripping. I'm not tripping, but I am stressed because things were tough before this. But what I know is that the entertainment industry doesn't go away. This isn't the thing that makes entertainment stop. If anything, this has proved to people that when people at their darkest and they don't know where to turn because there are things like a global pandemic going on, where do they go? They go to entertainers.
Yeah, that's
So
why people are sitting there binging TV shows. So people who are always like, they have that group of people like, oh, actors aren't real job. That's not a real job. You're just playing make believe. But guess what? People are sitting here watching all these TV shows. Ozark jumped to #1. People are binge watching shows they didn't watch before. Documentaries are a different thing, but it's like, yo, this doesn't stop. Like,
right.
it just creatives are going to create. Like, that's why I still get a chance to do the stuff I do on my own. The stuff I do with Winston with Blurs. Like, I just started back doing this educated insanity ignorant news of the day, like a news segment thing I do. So I'm just trying to do.
What are all the things? So what is everything that you're working on? Where are you? Because right now I know you're doing what I'm doing, which is just like show after show after show.
Yeah. So for me, it's like I said, it's Blurs in the Hood with myself and Winston A. Marshall.
Right.
We're back reviewing Harley Quinn because that drops tomorrow, Friday.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Let me tell you, we've watched the episode already because we get it early.
Mhm.
Yo, it kicks off so hard, so dope.
Damn.
So we're back reviewing that. I do this thing called Educated Insanity Ignorant News, where it's like I have the news deck set up and all this stuff. I do that. My own stuff.
Is that on your channel?
It's on my channel. So It's on Jay Washington / JAY Washington 80, whatever that is. But I'm doing all that again, auditions. I have to FaceTime my kids daily. Like I got 2 of them, you know, I got a son and a daughter.
Yeah,
so
of
my
course.
son, he don't want to talk because he always playing the game. But my son's 16. I'm like, whatever, I get it. You're alive. Cool. My daughter, she don't want to talk because she'd rather watch Frozen 2 and SpongeBob. So I'm like, all right, I get it. You're 6. Cool. So like they okay.
I gotta be honest though, if you were 16 right now, I feel like this could either be the worst or the best time ever. Cause like you could be spitting so much game, like texting, you know, you're like figuring your stuff out, you're hanging at home, you're eating what you want, you watch all the TV, you don't have those financial worries that you do when you're a fucking adult, or at least not to the extent that you do. You get to just like be a kid. And at 6, I don't even know if I would have known what was going on. I'd be like, all right, permanent snow day, hell yeah. I'm gonna just I mean Frozen on loop. Like I would be doing the same thing. You don't want to talk, you don't want to be like talking to dad all day. You want to just be like vegging out and flirting with people and stuff.
Let me tell you what my son is doing. My son is watching my shit that I stream. You know what I'm saying? My son is on like my Instagram and everything.
That's
and I'm
amazing.
like, so you just can't pick up the phone? You just can't answer? He like, man, I was playing the game and I forgot. And I was like, I hate you sometimes, but I still love you.
That's amazing. I think that my friends say this to me too, but like sometimes they'd rather watch me than talk to me because they're like, you're funnier when you're trying. I'm like, dude, sometimes I'm just like, don't want to, that's not what I'm going for. Speaking of things that we're doing on YouTube, though, and people liking us, don't forget, as Larry Lease reminds you all, hit that like button, rock stars. Get in there, hit that like, subscribe, go over to Jay's stuff, watch everything he's doing. Also, Winston's been a friend of the show, and we love him too. So shout out to Jay and Winston for everything they're doing together.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. You know, Jay, you're one of my favorite people in this space. And anything that you're doing is worth watching. I also think that you're so fucking funny. And right now, during this time,
let him join.
What is that?
What are we? Let's get from Gremlins.
Oh, it like looked like, I don't know. It was coming in blurry for a second. And also it's far and I'm blind. It looked like a cow. It looked like a legitimate cow stuffed animal. You know, with like the spots and the. You're mad at me. Everybody else is excited. Look, Gizmo. You guys all know.
Oh, I forgot one other thing I've been doing. If you have not followed me on Instagram, I've been doing the Black Bane Chronicles because I got bored 2.5 weeks ago. I have the Bane mask from The Dark Knight Rises. So I just started doing Bane's Chronicles of what he deals with every day in this quarantine. And you can clearly tell I've lost it come day 14.
I've lost it too. Brandy says, laugh my ass off a cow. Yeah, I thought it was a cow. That's fine. We all do what we have to do to make it work in this world. And I was just thinking of cows for a second. Maybe it's because I miss having ice cream, whatever, you know. Jay, I want to tell you about something that happened to me yesterday.
Please do.
It wasn't even yesterday because it was technically midnight. And I'm so excited about this because it's perfect for our April Fool's Day stream right now.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, here's what's up. Last night at midnight, I do for my Patreon, patreon.com/Roxy Stryer, for my $3 and up patrons, I do nighttime streams. And they're usually pretty brief. They are like 5-10 minutes where I just kind of on my phone, not like set up like this, just walking around my place, talk about what happened for the day or anything that took place after my stream. And so I set it to unlisted, and I know I set it to unlisted because I showed, because we'll come back in the story later, but I set it to unlisted like I always do. I put the link in the Patreon, and 5 minutes later, I go to start the stream. I was going to bake cookies, and there's like so many fucking people in there, more people in there than patrons I even have. And I was like, what the fuck? And everybody's going off like it's midnight. What does she do? Whatever it is. YouTube, I looked. It was set to unlisted. YouTube has been fucking me over left and right. They don't send out notifications for my streams anymore. They say it's because Corona. They're behind on pushing notifications. For an unlisted link, they fucking pushed out my stream. They sent out notifications. They don't send out notifications for jack shit. For my unlisted link, they put out notifications. So I did an hour-long stream last night at midnight, baking cookies and eating ice cream. Like, fucking ridiculous. April Fools to you too, YouTube, I guess.
Could you imagine if you decided to just thirst trap on your Patreon?
I know.
Like all of a sudden it's just Roxy baking cookies in a bathing suit, and everybody just like, yo, I'm glad I paid this $3. And everybody just jump in and was like, yo, I'm glad I got the notifications on.
Jay, it was the opposite. I looked like, I mean, it was, if this is my phone, it was an upwards angle like this. It's like the bottom of my chin. I'm disheveled as shit. I'd been dealing with like the hospital shit all day with my fucking grandfather.
Yeah.
My hair is like this. I'm like one eye open trying to bake the cookies. And I'm like, I literally look and go, what are you all doing in here? How'd everybody get here? Like a fucking crazy person. It was unbelievable. So I don't even know how I was capable of doing that. But that was my first April Fool's getting pranked of the day. Typically, I am an April Fool's fan. I like the idea of running little pranks on people, but I don't like how far people have taken it in recent times. Like people do fucking mean ass pranks. I'm not down with that.
No, I just saw the greatest shit ever on Instagram. So my homeboy Carl McDowell, we went to school together. He was on Ballers on HBO. He posted a video. This dude had a stuffed teddy bear, giant stuffed teddy bear in the back of his stepdad's car, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had it there for a couple of days on purpose because he was setting this up. So what he did was he cut open the stuffed bear and put himself in it while his stepdad is driving. And he makes the bear move, and the stepdad keep looking through the rearview mirror like, what the fuck? Like, it's a black stepdad, too. Like, he got on a do-rag, baseball cap, cigarette. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? He looking at the bear, and then the bear starts moving. Dude is literally still talking on the phone, slowly going out the side console and getting out his knife. And motherfucking bear comes up for him, about to stick the shit up the bear. And the shorty is like, "Hey, it's me." He's like, "I'm still stick your ass." I was like, yo. So I sent that video to my 16-year-old son.
Oh my God.
I sent that to him. I said, watch this shit all the way. He watched it. He died laughing. I said, I'm letting you know now, if you ever do some shit like that to me. He was like, I'm not. You too strong. I can't. You're like, you too strong. I'm gonna send you I'm gonna DM it to you.
Fucking shit out of me.
It is one of the most. I watched that shit 3 times in a row. I spent 15 minutes crying, laughing. Jesus,
that is not okay. I'm not okay with that.
The best. Hold on, let me find it.
Yeah, while you're finding that, shout out to Larry Lease. Love you, Roxy. Keep up the great work. Can't believe I missed last night. You both are rock stars. Shout out to Jake too. Oh my God, I'm hearing it.
I just sent it to you.
Okay, I'll have to watch it.
I just sent it to you.
I wish I was technologically sound enough to put it on screen right now, but obviously I'm fucking not, because
you'd have to download the video. Download the video, but the video is too long. It's too big of a file for this.
So I wouldn't even be able to, even though Larry says that I'm a tech wizard and I'm at my best. I am a tech wizard, Jay. Just before we started, Jay was having to teach me how to do like some basic ass shit on here. I invite him on my stream and he's like, okay, here's how you do this. Here's how you do that. I'm like taking notes. Like, okay, Jay.
Yo, I'm gonna fight somebody in your super chat who just asked me a question. You should see it. Put it up.
Wait, in the super chat? Okay, hold on. Let me.
Because we're ready to see it. Ask Jay, which is better. You ain't
which
shit.
is better, Venom or Green Book?
You ain't shit this.
Listen, Hitman Hudson has asked this multiple times, and we go back and forth. Different guests pick different ones. What do you think?
Well, here's what I think. I think I'm gonna find a gun real quick before I answer this question. I don't want Jesus, do I have to answer between Tom Hardy just don't care about just get a paycheck, or Mahershala Ali in the male version of Driving Miss Daisy?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Which one do I fucking don't make me do this.
Listen, here's what I say. I think that the better movie, the movie that is better done, is Green Book. But the movie that I like more is Venom.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair, because
that's my answer to that. You can steal it.
I'm still in that. Yeah, the better done movie is Green Book, but the one that's just like, oh, this is fun, It's Venom. That's my
Yes.
answer, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's so funny that that's even a question, but it is. Vince Rinaldi says, "Love you guys on DC Movie News. We haven't had you on in a minute. We need you to."
Yeah, I was gonna wait on you. Adam would used to text me all the time. Adam be like, "Hey, what you doing?" Like, "Hey, man, I'm not doing shit at the moment. You can just call."
Yeah, we've still been doing
I
an
saw
online
you out
one.
there.
So actually, we are having, I think, this Friday. They're supposed to come last Friday, but something happened. The writers of the Harley Quinn animated series are coming on, which I'm excited about. Two of the writers, which is great because I freaking love that show. I get it early as well, but I have not had a chance to watch the season 2 episode 1 yet.
Let me tell you something. Do you pay attention to it, how beautifully done the writing is in this show?
It's incredible. It's incredible.
The writing of this show, because like it's nothing that's just like childish humor. Everything it does makes sense. And anything they put, like, I just love it so
It's
much.
amazing. Wait, this is another amazing thing. Glenn Caesar says, "Rip Carlos." Okay, here's what happened. Jay, last night in my stream, this guy named Carlos came in and was trying to write pussy. And so, but he was trying not to get blocked by my mods. So he would write P and then wait a second, U, S, S, Y, and would hope that he would get to Y before somebody would block him. And motherfucker had like 50 different YouTube handles. It was like Carlos Elite, Carlos the real one, Carlos whatever, and they would block him. He would come back with another one. Like all he wanted to do was write pussy in my stream. And honestly, I have to say, I love the determination. It was fucking crazy. But they got every single one of them. And they got Carlos out. And honestly, rip Carlos, because we miss him in this stream now. I will say I never thought that I would miss pussy as much as I do. But I miss Carlos's pussy, and that is my words, and I'm sticking to it. Rip Carlos.
Right. This is the part that becomes what you cut out, ladies and gentlemen, and
Yeah.
you put this as a GIF or MP4 when you need to use it during this quarantine. Like, I never thought I missed pussy as much as I do now. You just keep replaying the shit.
I know. It was unbelievable. But he was like, you got to respect somebody who's that determined. Like all he wanted to do was write this word, and it was like,
just focus on.
He was super focused. But I will say I am grateful for that stream because it did get me a couple new patrons, and we do have some Patreon questions for you, Jay.
Sure.
People in the $10 up tier get to ask a question to our guests. So let's get in here, starting with Fernando Sari, who says, "I know on SEN you mentioned you want to join AEW. Mm-hmm. Which pro wrestler would you like to work with?"
That's a real good question. In AEW, who would I actually like to work with? I would honestly like to work with MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And the reason being is I want to work with somebody I can talk just as much shit with. You know what I'm saying? Shit. He talks with the best of them, and he has Wardlow as his heavy who doesn't talk. But I just want to be able to have somebody when I can go back and forth in a battle of words, like, let's do it. And yes, I am definitely trying to get my black ass in AEW. I've been trying to get back in the ring to train. I got a couple buddies with a public private rings.
So amazing. Like, oh my God, you would be so fucking great. It's such a no-brainer. It's such a no-brainer to me.
Like when we had Cody and Brandy in the studio that day, right. I was more dedicated before. I was dedicated before, but after meeting them, I was so much more dedicated and determined. That's why I stepped up my job. They were super great, and that's why I stepped up my workout game, my diet, and everything, and back my ring training up heavily. And then all of a sudden, this happens and it slows down. So I made sure I didn't slow down my diet or my workouts because, like, I want to be in the best shape, and then I'm gonna get back in this ring shape. And that's on the goal list. Like I keep telling everybody, I have my search for Spears. Like Sean Spears is doing this whole I'm searching for the perfect tag team partner. And granted, AEW has filmed episodes, so they probably already done it. But nonetheless, I still want to make sure I'm on that radar. So if you look at my video on my Twitter, it's up there and it's got the hashtag search for Spears. Just retweet all that shit.
Is it pinned right now?
I need to pin it. Let me go ahead and
pin it so that we can find it and send everybody there to go like it and whatnot.
Pin it, right? Because I had the Mad Titan podcast still pinned.
Sometimes where our friends will be like, you know what I want to do? I want to be the lead on Vampire Diaries. And it's like, ooh, honey, I can't help you get there. Like that's just like a stretch goal. I don't know how we're gonna do that right now. But for this, it's like so tangible. I mean, I feel like this is such a no-brainer and you would be incredible. And they would be lucky to have you, honestly. You cut incredible promos. You are different and unique. And I think that like you've just got it going on. You would be such a great fit for them and for the company that I can't picture them not wanting you. We just need to get the word out there that that's what you're looking for. I feel
am
like
currently trying to. I got so much shit on my Twitter that I'm like, yo, where did I put it? Come on, okay, keep scrolling. Okay, that's LeBron
so if
James.
you can't find it, we can't find it.
Oh no,
You
it's
got,
on there. Oh, it's
yeah,
on
but
there.
you
I
got to
know.
pin that tweet.
I
Pin
got it.
that
And here
shit.
we go. Let's see.
While
Boom.
you're pinning it, Hitman Hudson says, rumors the Bulls are trading for Wiggins. Have you heard that?
I haven't heard, but I mean, for them to get Andrew Wiggins would be a dope thing. It is pinned to my profile right now on my Twitter.
Good.
So it is
Wait,
pinned.
so everybody stop what you're doing for a second. I'm going to do it right now too. Take out your phones or on your computer or whatever the fuck you use Twitter on. Go over to Jay Washington right now. I'm going to do it.
That's it, Mr. Jay Washington. It's right down there.
At Mr. Jay Washington, you see it right there. Look at his pinned tweet. It starts with, all right, let me. Like it and retweet it. Let's see how many we can get. So you are currently at 100 likes, 100 hearts. Let's definitely everybody go over there right now. Like this shit. So we can get it out there as much as we can and retweet it if you will.
Please do. Thank you so much.
We're at 104 now. We got a rock stars. Let's fucking do this. 105.
I'm looking at 105. I'm looking at it.
Get these likes going. It's super easy. Takes 2 seconds of your time. You could this is what people don't understand, or maybe you guys do understand the power of social media. We can change people's lives.
Literally, social media has changed the game where now, because that's what they want to see. A lot of places,
fans want you. They want that.
That's exactly what they want to see. And so when you show that you have an outpouring of support, like, yo, get this person, bring this person in, do this with that person. And it doesn't have to be just wrestling. Some TV shows, some reality shows and things like that. We've seen it happen. It happens more often than not.
I know. And when we all feel like just so powerless right now to the world during this quarantine time, we need to find all of the ways that we can feel powerful and feel like we have a say in something and take back that responsibility and that ownership of things. So it's shit like this that's so easy to do when we could legitimately, you know, Jay, like your life would change forever if you were with AEW. I mean, that would be insane.
You know what? Being a wrestler, having been a wrestler for 20 years, I mean, I stopped for 4 because of my neck. I had a neck injury, which wasn't that severe, luckily, thank God. But then my stand-up career, my acting career started happening. So at the time, it was like, I'm getting opportunities to be in TV shows and in movies. Like most wrestlers want to do that anyway. So like, I got to go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? I got to take this opportunity. And then I moved out here and everything was like, yo, why don't you get back in the ring? I was like, man, I don't know yet. And then of course I wasn't in the best shape at all. I was actually in my worst shape because I let all my situations get to me. Right. And so then
I mean, correct. If this is inappropriate to say on air, then let me know. But how much weight have you lost? It's like
170 pounds.
170 fucking pounds.
170.
I mean, that is somebody you want to hire for your company because that just shows when you want something, you're going to get it.
Yeah,
like, when you want something, you're going to do everything you can to achieve it. 170 absolutely. Fucking pounds, man. Yes. I don't even know if you realize how incredible that is.
Oh, I'm going to tell you, when I started realizing was when I had to start going new clothes shopping. I think I told you this before. Like, this shirt I'm wearing that I was given by my homie, Samal McNeely, it says Black Villains Matter. It's a 3XL and it's too big for me. So a lot of my only reason I keep it because it's this type of shirt, but all my 3XLs, the majority of them I had to get rid of. All of my biggest size pant, my heaviest, I was at a 46. I have no pants that are bigger than a 40, and that's only one pair, and I bought it because I was still nervous. I wear a 38, and my 38s are loose.
That is so crazy, Jay.
You know, so like I bust my ass. That's why I keep talking about I need to be in this gym. Like I bust my ass trying to be as best as I can be, you know, not just for a career, but for me. Like I said, going into the hospital 2 years ago and almost dying puts a lot of shit in perspective for you.
For you, for your children.
Yes.
You know, you've got a lot to fucking stick around for. And
hey, there's somebody you need to make sure you highlight up here who's in the chat right now.
Is it?
I know you see him. I know you see him. Because I see him.
Right. I'm up further right now. I'm looking at the super chats. Vince Rinaldi said the Harley animated show. Love Poison Ivy. Yeah, Poison Ivy is fucking dope. I'll get to it though. Lloyd Nance, Roxy, and the Urban Gladiator. Yes, love you, Rox. Lloyd Nance was my very first super chatter ever. Never forget. Lloyd is the fucking shit. Obsessed with him. Will Watson, what's up, y'all? Y'all are so both so great. Sending best wishes, Roxy. Just breathe and stay strong. By the way, my ego is inflated since you're obsessed with me. LOL. I am. Will Watson's the shit. He's a stud.
That's out the Will. Yeah, he comes on Game Time.
I'm scrolling to find what you're telling me to find. What is it? Shit.
It's one of our good friends.
Oh, there he is.
It's my best. Yeah, it's my best. It's my best.
He says, I'm wearing Jay's XXL shirts now. Oh, Johnny, I fucking miss him.
So people don't know, like people know him and I used to do compadres together, but Johnny is like one of my best friends, like for real in life. I text him as much as I can because I know he's working, like he doing what he wanted to do. But I'll be like, hey, miss, I miss you, miss. And we just text each other back the same way all day. So like Johnny was a big supporter, especially when I was in the hospital. Johnny was one of the main ones who was like, all right, we're finna get you on this diet plan. We're finna get you together.
Yeah.
Johnny was one of the main ones who did it.
He is the most ride or die dude.
Yes, he is.
I've never seen somebody. It's very rare to find somebody who is so loves his friend's success as much as Johnny does.
Mm-hmm.
Like in LA, you find that when other people find success, people get that little bit of like jaded or jealous.
Oh, you see it real quick.
He roots for people so fucking hard, and I think that is one of the best qualities that you can have. All right. I'm doing an ode to Johnny LaQuasto, and instead he says, I took advantage of you not being able to talk for a few days.
Yes, he did.
Him and Mark, he just came, you were his therapist, basically.
Him and Mark Ellis did that. They were like, oh, you can't say nothing back? Oh, Lord. Yes, Lord. Like, I was like, oh, I wrote, because I was writing on a white pad. I was like, as soon as I can talk again, it's a wrap. You know this.
That's fucking amazing. I love that. Larry Lee says, Jay, best DC villain. Got one off the top of your head?
Matter of fact, give me a second. I'll bring him to you. Hold on.
It's so funny because the way this is written, it sounds like you are the best DC villain. Jay, best DC villain. There's no question mark. Who is Jay going to bring back? Also, Johnny, I don't know if you're allowed to, but if you're allowed to come on my show, I hope that you will. Please, oh, please. I don't know if you can, but if you can. All right, Jay, what'd you bring back?
Well, all right. Grab this headphones. Okay, so you were wondering my answer to who I feel is the best DC villain?
You know I'm blind, so hopefully I can see. Is it Deathstroke?
Yes, it is.
Damn. Wait, you have 3 of them? Put them back up.
So this is the comic book version.
I mean, you've got the Titans version,
and this is the Manu Bennett version. These are both the Manu Bennett one.
Oh, that's the Arrow.
Yes, it's the Arrow version.
Yeah, Arrow version. Fuck, those looked cool. The one on the eye patch one looked like the Titans version of
this one.
Yeah,
it does, but it's actually it's actually a helmet off version of this one.
Yeah. It is.
But he is in Titan season 2. So, and you know what? I actually thought when I saw Arrow's Deathstroke, I thought Manu Bennett did the best and nobody would top him until I watched Titan season 2 and Esai Morales came in and destroyed that role.
They were both great. They're both great. You know, it's an incredible role to be able to play, and I wish that we got to see it on the big screen more. Instead of up like 0.2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to see what Joe Manganiello had to bring to the character. I really did.
Me too. But, you know, wish we can always hope for the future. And I think that with like all the shit that's gone down with quarantine and coronavirus, I really feel like we're about to shake shit up to the point where things that you were like, people were planning on doing years in the future, they're going to realize life's too short and people are going to want to do things sooner. I know that sounds like a stretch, but I think a lot of our wish fulfillment is going to happen sooner than we thought because people are going to realize like now's the time. So you never know.
I'm going to tell you something about that. That's a good thing and a bad thing. And here's what I mean by that. The things we thought were sooner in the future, how is everybody cutting the cord from cable? Remember how we used to always have these discussions on Collider Movie Talk, Collider Live, all these different things about everybody's going to cut the cord, right? Yeah. Now we're getting all these streaming services. And now people are like, yo, it's too many. No, this is what you wanted.
Yeah, this is what you asked for.
This is what you asked for.
The life you chose.
This is the life you chose.
I know. And I'm one of them. That's me. So it is what it is right now. Going back to Patreon for a second, because we're talking about this right now. Glenn Caesar says, "Who's your favorite comic book character? Marvel, DC, other, or all of the above, excluding Thanos? Why is Thanos your favorite? And what's your favorite story arc surrounding that character?"
So I was literally gonna be like, "This should answer your question."
Wait, what am I looking at?
Me as Thanos.
Oh my God. That's
or I was
amazing.
gonna put him up. Like it was like easy to answer
Oh
the
my
question.
God. That's awesome.
So
I didn't
honestly,
know Thanos was your favorite.
yo, I love a villain. I've always been intrigued more with the villain stories than the heroes because the villains have a reason they become villains. Like you have some who are just like, oh, they're just crazy. But then you have some who have a obscure philosophy that you're like, well, when you think about it, they got a point. Like a lot of people remember from Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, everybody was like, Thanos was right. Like when you think about it. But for me, honestly, I love the Spider-Man Maximum Carnage story. I love the story of Venom when the symbiote split and how we got the 5 different symbiotes and how they were just as crazy, if not crazier, than Carnage himself. So, yeah.
If you could, what do you want to see with Spider-Man right now in the movies? What are you hoping that we get?
Well, I want to see the Sinister Six done right.
Yeah,
I don't want them just to rush it. I want to
Mhm.
see it done right. I mean, they've been trying to tease it every single time. I want to see it done right, but I do want to see Spidey and Venom have to team up against Carnage, and I want it to look well. I don't want it to look like a mashup of the Venom movie and Spider-Man because those are 2 completely different movies. I need it to look like one symbiotic, no pun intended, movie.
Spidey and Venom team up against Green Book.
Oops.
Just thinking about comparing them before.
That is hilarious.
It's the whole thing in my mind.
Also, I would like to see a real apocalypse because Oscar Isaac only played Ivan Ooze from the first Power Rangers movie. So I would like to see a real apocalypse. Look, if cosplayers can make a dope ass looking apocalypse, why can't a major movie studio?
You're getting agreed with people wanting Apocalypse in this one. Prom DeRoy says, I want to see a Cable versus Apocalypse storyline.
The name's Cable. Remember it, Apocalypse. That's an X-Men anime series. I'm sorry, I had that moment.
You're so nerdy and I'm loving it.
I got so many toys sitting up here in front of me now. I got 4 Funko Pops and a Gizmo, and like it's getting ridiculous.
Your Gizmo, aka a cow. Lawrence Lee says, what's been your quarantine go-to movie or show? Do you have one that you've been watching?
The Hateful Eight.
Damn, that's been your go-to quarantine movie?
The Hateful Eight, the unrated version, the extended version, excuse me, because I'm a diehard Quentin Tarantino fan. I understand how people talk about his obligatory use of the N-word. I get it. But there's something about his movies, they always get me. I love The Hateful Eight, even though I know where the story goes, I know how everything goes. It's something because I can watch it and time will just fly by. Yeah, it'll just fly. That Coming to America for sure, because I can never stop laughing at Coming to America. And
anything in the TV?
Banshee. I just rewatched Banshee.
I've never watched it.
Oh my God, yo! So you've seen The Boys, right?
Yes, love The Boys.
So Anthony Starr, who plays Homelander, he's the star of Banshee. And it's just it's literally a Skinamax movie, not Cinemax, Skinamax movie done in a long series form. That, and I've been rewatching Key and Peele to keep my comedy, thing going. Yeah. So Key and Peele, I rewatch all 5 seasons.
Speaking of your comedy right now, how has that been going? Are you writing things right now? Are you doing bits? How are you keeping up?
I'm still writing. I'm still, I always write my stuff based off the life I live. And so I don't want to write based on quarantine because every single comic is writing off quarantine.
It's going to get old
real quick. So I'm looking at old material that I have and updating it with my voice now that I have that voice that I know what to do. I know how to structure a joke better. So I'm rewriting new material. I'm rewriting old material as new material, if you will. Yeah. Luckily, I get to be on these streams and I get to still be comedic and still, not trying to be funny and just letting stuff free flow out my mouth. And I'm like, yo, I can catch this. I can use this eventually. So things like that. It's been hard again because comedy is done. And everybody's like, yo, what about these virtual comedy shows people are doing? For me, hell no. Why? Because comedy needs a crowd in front of you.
Yeah.
I did it once before for pay for BuzzFeed. Yes, they paid me to do it. And it was the most awkward experience in my life. And I was like, I can't do this. And so having done it then, I'm like, I don't need just a bunch of comics listening to me. And
That being
like,
said, if somebody wants to write you another check for it, you would be open
oh,
and
somebody
willing
write me a
to.
check, I'll be dead ass on the show. I'll be like, hey, everybody, how you doing tonight? All right, I got a microphone. I'll set up everything right here with the comic book posters in the background or my Mad Titan picture, like either or. But I do it. But as a whole, if I have to willingly just say, would I do it? It's honestly no, because I would need a crowd. I need that energy.
Yeah.
I'm a person that feeds off energy and stuff like that. So, but it's been difficult with comedy trying to keep up to it. But I've been pushing. Got to keep on pushing.
It's awkward right now, honestly. Comedy is awkward right now. But going back to what you were talking about Tarantino, Larry says, I'm a diehard Tarantino fan. What did you think of Once Upon a Time?
Y'all all lost y'all damn mind over that little fight between Brad Pitt and Michael Mao as Bruce Lee. Also, the movie is called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's a fairy tale story. So it's not gonna
but I was upset about that. I was upset about that fight because I liked the movie, but I was upset about that fight because his daughter wasn't into it. And I just feel like it's disrespectful when somebody's family is not okay with the way somebody's portrayed.
And I understand that and I respect that, but also at the same time, there are going to be so many characters throughout history, living actual characters who are they're gonna be portrayed so many different ways. Again, it's a fairy tale story. That's why it's called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
It is crazy during this pandemic how little any of that shit matters. Like nothing else seems to matter. It's like who the fuck cares? Yeah, it just doesn't. Going into the Streamlabs for a minute to get some of these questions going.
Hey, shout out real quick. Shout out to Kenneth Daisy, who was like, if you want to donate to me, that's my Cash App. Please find me.
Oh, let's pull this shit up. Kenneth Daisy.
Please. Listen, I'm out of work just as much as everybody.
Where is that? On
that's
what?
Cash App. That's Cash App.
Is that an app that you download? It's called Cash App.
Yep, Cash App. That's what that is.
Cash App.
Tell you something like that.
And it's money sign Mr. J Washington.
Yes,
Get that shit going, guys. Go
yes,
fucking support him. Oh wait, checking back in. I want to see how we're doing with the Twitter right now.
And Streamlabs.
Let me look at this. How are we? Okay, we're at 138 likes on that Twitter. So let's keep that going. Don't forget to go over to @Mr. J Washington. Look at his tweet. Give the heart there. And you have a Streamlabs too, Jay?
Yeah, but our Streamlabs is streamlabs.com/blurds in the hood. It's for myself and Winston. So BLERDS, the letter NTHEHOOD.
Did everybody get that? Good. Fuck yeah. Go support Jay Washington. And let's we need more likes on this. We got to get more likes on this tweet. For those of you guys who don't have finances to support right now, I totally understand. This is a great way to go support. Get likes on this tweet, retweet this tweet. Let's see if we could even get it up to 150. Go. Let's fucking do your thing, guys. Thank you. Oh, I got to take down this. I always don't know how to do tech. There we go. She figured it out. We knew she would. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, Morse Code Z said, headline, Carlos is hired by Pornhub to play the new Energizer Bunny. Also, you rock. Hope you slept well. Carlos being the one that we eliminated.
Right. He just keeps going and going.
I have a feeling he's not like the Energizer Bunny because, like I said last night, anybody who has to write pussy over and over again in the stream probably is not having an easy time getting any pussy. So he probably would not be similar to the Energizer Bunny if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Glenn Caesar says, hey, Roxy and Jay, happy Wednesday and April Fools to you both. Yet another great comedic duo virtually hanging out with us today. Nice. Thanks for doing this. Keep bringing the silliness and laughs. Now's the time for sure. Love y'all. Hashtag Rockstars Band. Hashtag the Mad Titan. Yeah. Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you so much.
Kenny Did said, I think I'm the only person on earth who generally loved comic book movies, but still hasn't seen Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, Far From Home, Ragnarok, and many other movies. What's wrong with me? I know that I'm missing out. Damn, that list. What?
Like you're missing like all of the essential movies. Like
didn't that get spoiled for you?
Like, right, you should know, like, you kind of know what happened in Endgame, right? I mean, you know somebody, well, a couple people died, like, they hella dead, right?
Yeah, like, I'm not trying to ruin it for you, but, like, didn't life ruin that shit for you?
Like, you just see some things around, like, oh,
Damn, how did you not? All right, well, To each their own. This is kind of combining a couple of your loves, Jay, but Donnie A says, which pro wrestler would you most like to see in the DCEU or MCU?
Ooh, which pro wrestler? I mean, Triple H. Triple H.
In what and how and why?
I would love to see Triple H in the DCU. I love what we got as a taste of him in Blade Trinity. I believe he could actually do it better justice. I mean, do a little more justice than what he did. The Rock is so easy because we see him in everything. The Undertaker, I saw him in Suburban Commando, and I never want to see him in a movie again.
That's what I hear.
I never want to see the Undertaker in a movie ever again. Who else? I would love to see my buddy. I know my buddy, one of my buddies I came up with in wrestling, Ricochet. Him and I did so many shows together in IWA Mid-South. He would be a perfect, like, somebody to play some little Mighty Mouse, Speedy Gonzalez type hero. So,
any of the women that you think would be great?
Oh my God. If Tamina could act, she probably would have been she wouldn't have been a great She-Hulk. A She-Hulk would have been not Rhonda. Probably who I'm trying to think of the women that can actually act.
Yeah,
like the characters are great, but I got to think on a bigger scale. Like to be a character.
What do you think about Bailey?
Bailey could not be a major supervillain, but she could be, or a superhero, but she could be in it. It wouldn't be one of those characters you really focus on. It'd be somebody be like, yo, that's dope. I see Bailey in that role. Now let's see where it grows. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it'd be somebody you'd be like, yeah, put it right there on her.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch, somebody said 2-belt Becky in the chat. I think Becky Lynch about that. Becky Lynch could be somebody. Nyla Rose in AEW could do some stuff. I really believe in her. Like, she's been a cool chick since I met her years ago. We are all in this Facebook group for Black wrestlers and wrestlers of color. And so Nyla Rose has always been that chick. I believe Nyla can go ahead and make that comic book villain or hero transition, especially how dope she is in the ring and the personality she brings.
Going back into the super chat, Breed X says, Rocks, that baby, you done put a real... Okay.
Let me do it. No, let me read it for you. Let me read it for you because this is going to be horrible. You try to rock that baby. You done put a real on your show. Finally, Missy and Jay. That's how that works. You try to do it. You try to do it.
Rock that baby.
You try to do it. I was like, oh, this is not going to be good.
Yeah, I got there and was like, stop reading, Roxy. Stop reading. Yeah, that Jay is the shit. I miss him too all the time. Will Watson, Roxy, if I was a DC hero, who would I be? LOL. Well, I don't know.
Richie would Richie. You'd be Richie that's with Static Shock.
Oh, all right. You heard it from Jay, but I will take that one. Good suggestion. Hell yeah, why not? Also, I keep forgetting every time I'm reading all these questions, I keep forgetting that it's April Fool's Day. And I'm just waiting for somebody to like drop some kind of fucking thing on us right now. Do you have any April Fool's plans for today? Like, is there anybody you're trying to get or anything you're trying to do on anybody?
For me, April Fool's is not it's not a one-day thing. It's a planned event. It can't be anything just last minute and be like, yo, by the way, because you'll know it. It'd be something that's got to lead up to it. Like in Chicago, we used to always, between the radio stations and the people, we used to always build stuff up for like a month and a half. So like you couldn't believe, you like, oh my God, this is going to happen. And nobody would really think, yo, is this an April Fool's joke? Like, that's how you do it. You can't, I don't know, like, because I'm pregnant, I got this, I'm engaged, I'm with somebody, the people who fake coming out, all those things are overdone. There's nothing that's just like,
right now, anybody tries to tell somebody they're pregnant, it's like, bitch, I haven't seen you in a month. No way.
You probably are. Or it'd be like, yo, somebody be like, I'm pregnant. Probably so.
Probably. Nothing you can do about it. Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it? Like, yeah, you probably are pregnant. Congratulations. Like, those are certain things. So it's like, I guess it just it makes it a little difficult, you know what I'm saying, to try to believe. But for me, I want to do an April Fool's prank, but I gotta literally build it up.
Yeah, I feel that. And like, also, I don't want to do it. I feel like anything right now is a little bit mean. Any of those calls to put any more stress on anybody right now is kind of fucking rude. Like, everybody's going through it right now. So you don't want to be a dickhead. So I feel like it would have to be something funny, but you can't touch anybody, and you wouldn't be able to see their reaction.
Yeah.
You have to like send something to somebody. There's a lot of shit. We'll keep thinking about it and talking about it. If you guys have any ideas for great April Fool's pranks you can play, let us know. Justin Lopez says, Jay, thoughts on Mania being at the PC? Oh, we go back on this show. Every guest has a different opinion on
WrestleMania.
Yeah, and what Vince is doing and in general and people dropping and everything. But how are you feeling about it all?
I don't think it should be WrestleMania. If that, I understand.
You think they should still do it, but it shouldn't be called Mania?
Yeah, I think they shouldn't do it. It should be a show, just a regular big show, a regular pay-per-view. I don't think it should be a freaking WrestleMania. WrestleMania is meant to be a spectacle. The entrances are what make WrestleMania beautiful. The grandeur, when somebody wins a title, like if Drew McIntyre wins, the fireworks you're expecting to see and all these things. I don't think it should be called. I think WrestleMania should be postponed. It also is dope though that the WWE has its own facility where they can like, yo, we'll just run these shows here.
That is amazing that they do have that.
But just like we run these shows here and just get it out the way. So it's a catch-22. Now, granted, I've heard they only have enough content taped until after Mania, which is literally till next Wednesday. They don't even have SmackDown taped. So they may go ahead and do it in headquarters in Greenwich, Connecticut. They may ship the ring and all this stuff in Greenwich. I think they have a ring there and just shoot stuff there and fly the talent in if they're willing to fly. So
everything is dangerous right now. Everything's dangerous.
And then there are people I saw on Twitter that really made me mad when people got mad that Roman Reigns pulled out of his match with Goldberg. And I'm like, yo, I had to say this exact way, you stupid fucks. The man had leukemia. Had to go through radiation.
Stupid fucks. That's exactly what I thought. Like
he is immunocompromised automatically.
Yeah, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, the whole thing was so stupid. By the way, I think we just officially got our first April Fool's prank because I just panicked while you were talking as Hitman Hudson for the Patriots fired Bill Belichick. I literally went into a tizzy. I was like, wait, what the fuck just happened? You're gonna take Brady, you're gonna take Gotskowski, and then you're gonna fucking tell me that what happened with Belichick.
Let me ask you this question: were you one of those Patriots fans that was mad at Brady when he left?
No, I hate that people are mad. You got to do what you got to do, and he gave us 6 fucking championships in 20
years.
Like, what is long enough for people to not be so pissed? It's such a classic Boston move to be mad at him. And it's like, come the fuck on. Do I think he's going to regret it? Yeah, I do actually. But that's not my decision. You know, I'm not his keeper. He's allowed to do what he wants. He's a grown ass man. He gave us 6 rings in fucking 2 decades of his life. Come on.
The only team that the only team that, you know what I'm saying, that he played for.
I know. It's crazy. Thank you, Glenn, for putting this in. I did see that Garth said this in the Patreon, but thanks for shouting it out here. So from Garth McMurray, but also from Glenn Caesar. Jay, as a Deathstroke fan, what did you think of the first episode of the animated Deathstroke series on CW Seed?
I loved it. I loved it.
When did that happen?
It's out now. It's been out for a while. They dropped it and it made a little noise that it was out, and then all of a sudden they stopped talking about it. But it is amazing.
Michael Chiklis is bomb.
Chiklis is awesome, and he works as Deathstroke. He works.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't fully understand CW Seed. Back in the day, I used to watch the Vixen animated show there, but it's the entire. I've talked about this before, but I'm sure you feel similarly, Jay. The entire Warner Brothers DC situation right now is very confusing. Now that HBO Max is coming out as their streaming, but they've got DC Universe, the app. But some of the stuff is going on HBO Max, some of it's going on DC Universe, and then Stargirl's going on DC Universe, but then also on CW. But then CW has its own streaming service, which is CW Seed. So like the whole thing is like, like what the fuck?
It is literally a giant cash grab all the way around. And I understand that CW Seed is free, but if you were Warner Brothers as a whole, why did you just not have DC Universe get absorbed into HBO Max?
Yeah, I don't know. And maybe they will, and maybe they're just waiting on that, but it just is kind of complicated. So, and I know, by the way, I know that Disney has Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN. So, you know, I know it's possible for parent companies to have multiple things, but then what they don't have is the Marvel streaming service, and not all the Marvel shows just go on there.
And that was the thing people were talking about at first. That was a thing that was discussed for a while about, they're going to have a whole Marvel thing. And then somebody was like, that makes 0 sense.
Yeah.
That makes zero
Yeah.
sense. So I don't
I
get it.
I don't get it either. I don't get it. Larry says, "Favorite comic book show canceled, DC or Marvel?" Canceled, or I'll open up the question, or just over. What's your favorite one that's gone right now? 'Cause it's also hard with those shows, you never know. Like, they don't really announce that they're canceled, they just kind of fade into darkness. Like, all of those Netflix ones, like the Daredevils, and I mean, I guess they did announce they're canceled, but, like, who knows, they could come back. So just anything that's off, anything that's gone away.
I have a thought about one particular DC show. I'll tell Roxy this off air because I got a lot of stuff I want to say behind the scenes, and I don't want
No
to put this on
way!
air because I don't want to put
What?
this on camera because I have friends.
Shit.
Uh,
Oh,
I have
gotta know,
friends in all these shows. But
gotta
as
know.
far I am really upset that Daredevil got canceled because season 3 was arguably its best
It
season.
was amazing. It
And
was
I
amazing.
really wanted to see what they were going to do further with Bullseye. I was because he was Bullseye, but then he was really going to be Bullseye. So I was waiting on it.
Mhm. For me, shows that were canceled, I was really upset that Lucifer got canceled, but then I was stoked that it got brought back. So
By
that was
Netflix.
yeah, that was the one that I was most upset about. I miss iZombie a lot. I loved that show. Um, and I guess that's Jessica Jones. I love Jessica Jones with like every fiber of my being, and I miss it dearly. And I don't feel like anything filled that void.
I just
So
have an issue with the third season. The third season was literally like a throwaway to me. Like I understand what the process was. It was shitty relationship, shitty family, shitty friend. That's literally how they broke it down. The second season, I was like, I kind of get where you're going with her mom, but it just didn't do well. The third season was like, all right, let's just do this Hellcat thing and get it over with. And I felt like because they knew it was coming to an end, I didn't get it. I didn't rock with it. I'm mad that Cloak and Dagger never got their extra season.
yeah, me too. I love that fucking show.
Cloak and Dagger, Runaways. I got so cool with the cast. Like I'm so cool with the Parents of Pride. Like Ryan Sands is one of my real good friends. Angela Parker, Brittany Ishibashi, all of them I've got to hang out with and be cool with. And they were doing an amazing job. I understand that because Marvel television is what it was going in a different direction. It's hard. A lot of these shows that are gone, somebody just said Legion. Man, Legion was
Yeah,
that show you had to, Legion was not a show you could just put on in the background. You had
yeah.
to sit, leave your phone alone,
No, I
leave
had to
all
watch
things
it
alone.
twice
You had to
every
watch
episode.
it. Yep,
But
and
I
it was
like
worth it.
that's cool. I fell off Legion for the last season because the finale of the second to last season pissed me off so much. But honestly, that show when it was great, it was great. I'm checking in because I know that we are going to be leaving in a couple of minutes. So guys,
Mhm.
don't forget to go over to at Mr. J Washington. We've got 42 more likes that have gone on, so we're at 142. We got to get to 150 before we
Please,
wrap this.
guys, please, please,
And
please.
we're at 64 retweets. So retweet that shit. Get that shit out there. Let's help. Because I mean, honestly, it's pretty selfish of me, but I want to watch you on AEW. So like, that's what I'm looking for in
I
life.
appreciate it. I really it's like a goal. If I can get in that company, I know I can do some things and just give me a mic, give me a ring, give me a crowd. Eventually, let's go to work.
Oh God, it's so hard when you know you're made for something.
Yes, it's very. I think that's the thing, and I know there's a lot of people everywhere who watch a lot of different things or see different things being done, who even watch what we do, and like, yo, I should be doing it, and I understand that, but it's like you got to put forth that effort to make sure it happens. You just can't say it, and it's like for me, I'm putting forth that effort. Like I said, the first step was to get myself physically in shape to do it. Like I said, being down 180 pounds, 170 pounds, excuse me, losing the weight, taking serious my diet, even during this quarantine. Like, how everybody's just like, man, I'm going to eat all these quarantine snacks and do
So
what
what
I
are you
got to.
dietary wise right now during quarantine? Are you
So
able to eat
yeah.
healthy?
So what I did, so I was vegan for a long time, and after a while, I wanted to switch back up and get my protein so I can build my muscle. So I
What
just
were
did
you
chicken.
vegan for morality, or was it helping with your diet?
It was helping with my diet at first. When I got out of hospital after I almost died in 2018, I learned my body chemistry has changed. I learned I couldn't eat red meat anymore. That was one of the biggest things. And when I couldn't eat red meat, I was like, well, let me see about eating some of these vegan dishes. And I started liking them. And I love to cook. I'm a cook naturally. Like I can get in the kitchen and burn because my aunt was a chef. So she taught me. And so I made
Mhm.
my own pad thai, I made my own vegan lasagna. I've made my own different things. And so I enjoyed it. I enjoy being able to eat healthy. And yeah, you eat more when you're eating vegan because you don't fill up as fast. Your body burns it. But I enjoyed it. And I'm like, yo, I want this to happen. And so I kept doing it. But then after a while, I was like, okay, I need to build this muscle a little bit more that I want to build. So I just went back to chicken and fish. Like I can't even touch red meat. I
But
tried.
you're still not on the red meat
I
life.
can't. So here's the thing. I tried to eat red meat once or twice. I was like, yo, I'm gonna just see if I can eat a burger. And I ate it, and within 5 minutes, I threw it all up. My body is like, it won't hold me.
Way.
Yeah,
Damn.
I can't hold it. My body will throw it up. So I'm like, cool, that's fine, because red meat I learned helps you hold weight. So I was like, those are different things. My water intake, as y'all see, I've been drinking this big ass liter bottle all show, and I keep filling it up. Keep filling
What
it
do you
up.
do? How often? How many of those do you have a day?
3 or 4.
No fucking way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Because also it's helped me changing my diet, drinking the water. If everybody really paid attention to how I looked on camera before my situation, and now it cleared up my skin. You know what I'm saying? It made my skin lighter. It made me feel better. And so I've been doing all these things. So in quarantine, when I go shopping, I'm getting like ground chicken breast. I'm getting kale. I'm getting spinach. I'm getting green onions. I'm getting garlic, a lot of garlic sauce. Garlic has been really essential too, because it keeps your system flushed. So
Yeah, and honestly, garlic has so many incredible medical properties. They think that it fights cancer cells. Like there's so many incredible things about garlic. I eat garlic with it's not good for your fucking breath, but I eat it. I mean, I have a clove of garlic. If I can add it to anything, I add it to anything I can, even eggs. Like I love garlic, and it's so good for you.
The grocery store by my house sells garlic sauce. It's similar to what you get at Zanku Chicken for those of us out here in California. But I get that and I put that on everything. So because it's pure garlic, and it's like, yo, I need this. And so I keep these supplements. Like I said, my vitamins I'm taking, my water intake, my workouts. I'm trying to stay the best shape I can through this and still be better. Like I told my agent, I was like, I'm gonna come out of here looking like I just did 12 years in the joint with all the push-ups and sit-ups and all the workouts I'm doing. I'm like, I have my resistance band, so I'm able to do my shoulder workouts, keep my traps going, get my back going. I got Pilates bands, so I can do, I'm doing Pilates stuff so I can improve, some of my flexibility. I'm about to start doing, I'm about to tonight, probably after this, I'm gonna do some online yoga so I can increase my, flexibility and stuff. So I'm doing
yoga with Adrienne. That's a free it's a free YouTube yoga with Adrienne. She's got like
it's something that it's whatever my roommate sent me.
Okay, well that's a good one if you are looking for all different like specific things. Yoga with Adrienne is a free YouTube, and she has like hundreds of different things. Joe Starr's wife Torlin told me about it, and I looked into it, and it's like been really cool. You've got good ones for your mind, but great exercise ones too. Like you just have to look at
looking
for.
I just wrote it down so I can make sure I have it.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's a really good one, but I'm so happy to hear that like you're staying focused on this right now during this time, because it would be so easy for you to slip back, and you're just not letting yourself, again, that kind of dedication. Like I don't know what company on the planet wouldn't want to hire somebody who is doing what you're doing.
So let me tell you something funny too. So not only can I not eat red meat, my stomach shrunk. So people think your stomach is the actual physical outside you see, and it's this little tiny thing on the inside. This is how I know my stomach shrunk. Before, I could eat a normal full-size plate of anything with no problem, maybe 1 or 2 of them. Now I can barely eat a medium-sized little dish you get at a buffet. If I fill it up, that's probably enough. And sometimes I can't even eat that much. If I eat anything more than what's in that plate, I will instantly have to throw everything up. My body will force it out. Mm-hmm.
That's fucking wild. That is wild.
My body is keeping me like, oh, you want to do this? You're going to do this. My body is making sure they're like, okay, you said you don't want to gain this weight. We're got to a point where you're not going to stretch us out. My stomach won't let it be stretched out. Like I could do the whole lettuce shit, but my body's like, no. Even when I do a lot of vegetarian stuff, my body's like, no, you're not going to overload it. It will not let me do it. And so, some people are like, yo, that might not be good. But at the same time, I'm like, nah, this is actually a good thing. It's helping out. It's not got me unhealthy or whatnot. It's helped me moderate what I eat.
Yeah. Yeah. Breed X says your show is coming up, Rox. Keep it up. Thank you. I appreciate that, Breed X. You're only saying that because Jay is in here right now, but I will definitely take it. I also saw that Jake is starting to thank you to Jake Yacovetta for taking up after Carlos. He stopped after the U though, so then it just seems like somebody smells. P-U. That was the worst joke I've ever told. P-U. You're like, no, don't do it, Rox. Your stand-up career will not start now. Jay, we are getting out of here. I just put the link into that tweet. Everybody make sure you go like it. Let's check in on it right now and retweet it. We got 146 likes, so let's make sure we get 4 more by the end of the stream, 150 by the end, and even more if you're watching later. But another time, Jay, make sure that you tell us one more time where everybody can find all the Patreons, the YouTubes, every show you're working on, everything you're doing.
So Twitter and Instagram, it's already down there at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. My YouTube channel, youtube.com/JAY Washington 80. My Patreon, my Supervillain Squad, patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. I am currently about to, after I do my yoga, I'm editing some of my stand-up clips and my stand-up videos, and I'm throwing them on my Patreon. So I don't want to have them.
Yeah.
So I'm doing some of my stand-up on Patreon. So y'all see that. Also, Blurs in the Hood with myself and Winston A. Marshall. We go live every Tuesday, 2 p.m. YouTube.com/BLERDS, the letter NTHEHOOD. And that's that. Oh, yeah. Make sure on Instagram you're checking out every day my Black Bane Chronicles. Yo, dude is out here going crazy. And I understand and I feel for him.
You know, you saying that you should know how to spell Washington, I just like,
because you don't get it. So many people be like, so how you spell Washington?
That's the thing. Like your name, it's 2020, so people are fucking up people's names so bad that like it is so the amount of people that I know that are named like, I don't know, Sam. You're like, oh, I know how to spell Sam. It's like, no, well, actually, there's double M, 2 A's, and 4 Y's. It's like, wait, what? How did you?
We don't need all this extra.
Like so many extra letters. But yeah, Washington's just the normal. I just refreshed. We're at 148. Guys, do it. 2 more as we get out of here. Tomorrow on the show, I do have Ken Knapsack coming on. So I'm excited about that. We can do a little hi Ken, hey Roxy catch up. This is my way of talking to my friends right now because I see nobody.
We're not on the phone. We get to actually see what each other looks like.
I know, it's fucking awesome. I'm obsessed with I love doing it because I love seeing all of you guys at home and talking to all of you guys. But like, this is me hanging out with my friends. This is my social hour for the day. Just so fucking lucky. And after this, I'm doing acting class weekly on AfterBuzz with Sean Whalen. And make sure you join over there. If you're watching this after the fact, make sure that you go look for all of Jay's stuff, follow him, everything he's doing. And again, with this tweet, let's like it, let's retweet it. We finally got to 150 likes.
And also, real quick, if you're gonna retweet it with a comment, please use the hashtag search for Spears. Search for Spears.
Spears, SPEARS.
Yes.
No Spears has got to be a hard one for people to spell. Come on. We know. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. You'll see Jay on all the things he's doing.
Yes.
Make it through this April Fool's Day alive. If you're going to play a prank on somebody, make it funny, make it short and sweet. Don't go giving anybody a heart attack during this time. Like I told you guys last night about my ex-boyfriend in 6th grade who used to spit on his Altoids and give them to us on April Fool's Days. That shit's disgusting. Don't be a nasty asshole. Make sure that you're fucking being cool, especially during coronavirus time. Imagine eating somebody's fucking spit. No. We don't play like that. That's gross as shit. That's not a prank. That's a fuck you. So, just words of wisdom to get out of here. Stay safe, stay calm. I'll see you guys later on tonight if you're on my Patreon and $3 up tier, and love you lots. Bye, Jay. You're the shit.
Thank you.